Yo, what's going on, people? K-Soul's back here with another video. And today, I just want to talk about the core of social media. Social media has now become the magistrates. Yeah, the jury is all the people involved in social media, content creators, and just people that have a lot to say under posts and all of this. Literally, it's like a big courtroom. And what I'm referring to, or what inspired this video, is basically all the things that I'm seeing around the Ghetts situation. Now, I, yes, I'm a content creator now, and I do like to cover different things, and I do like video. I don't know what they call this, video podcasts, where you just talk about stuff that's going on in today's world. I do reactions, all of these things, yeah. And obviously, there are a lot of people in this space doing it as well. And I feel that there's so many people covering this thing, but also I didn't really want to cover it. I think it's a very sensitive issue. I also feel that, yeah, it's deep, and it's quite hurtful to both families. I think, like the victim and the perpetrator. And I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable like going into it and breaking it down and showing videos. And nah, that's why also, if you notice, I didn't even clickbait this video, because it's not really about the situation, it's about what it causes, and how the core of social media and our culture just proves that all we do is fight as people. Let me be precise. As black people, all we do, I don't want to say this and put this narrative out there, but we need to do better. It's not everyday fight. It's not everyday man versus woman. This thing has turned to people fighting over the whole case, people's opinions, people challenging people's opinions, and somehow it's diverted to men versus women. And I'm just like, it's exhausting. I'll be real. Do you know what I mean? So listen, like, the facts are, right, for those that don't know, like, if you're watching internationally, and obviously everyone in the UK kind of knows what's going on. Anyone that's like into um pop culture, let's say, it's in the black space, urban pop culture or urban culture, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But everyone talks about the culture, don't they? Yeah. So obviously gets a prominent figure in our community. He's been around for so many years. He's an MC, very talented, very lyrical. I'm even actually a fan of him as a musician myself. Um, he obviously was driving dangerously under the influence, knocks someone over, fails to stop. They end up dying, and he gets arrested. And yeah, that's what's happened. So, but what this has brought out is so many conflicted responses. Basically, you got one side that care about Ghetts, and they're more like, this is a sad situation, poor Ghetts, if you like. Why did this have to happen to him? That kind of energy, like, not really holding her accountable, but being hurt for the situation for him, or feeling sorry for him. But then you got the other side who are going against those people and are like, no, he should be held accountable. And you've got content creators covering it, yeah. And someone even went to his court case to expose, um or let me not say exposed, he just reported the true details that came from the actual court, yeah. And all of those sides, they're all clashing. Everyone that belongs in each group that I've described, they're all clashing. Like, everyone's fighting online. And then I believe ZZ Mills and some other females came out basically getting at content creators saying why you lot are just trying to basically profit off of this, and you know you're talking on, because people have done deep dives onto why this may have happened to Ghetts, and law of attraction, all of that stuff. He manifested this, and she's basically getting at people saying that you lot are just trying to profit off. Like, why is everyone talking about it? Man, them have replied to that and basically are going against her. So it's now become man versus woman. All I want to say is, listen, we all need to understand that this is social media, right? That's number one. What happened with Gets? The facts are the facts, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was a terrible mistake that he did. Whether he was, obviously he may have not been thinking straight, because they say he was under the influence. But at the end of the day, wrong is wrong. That's that. No one can argue that point. Terrible mistake. I don't think he intended to murder someone while driving. I don't think that's why it won't be called murder, just called death by dangerous driving. But what my point is that I don't think that was his intention, obviously. And that's just what it was. And you know what's mad? I think that is a good lesson for us all to learn, me included. As I sit in my car right now, I tell you right now, it's made me think. I want to be more cautious on the road now. Yeah, that's me personally. So let that be a lesson for everyone, because I don't see this situation as a situation that, oh, happened to him because he's a bad person, or because he don't drive well, he drives dangerously or whatever. I think this can happen to anyone, because let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's have an honest conversation. Yeah. How many? I reckon at least half of the people with a driving license in these comments, because there's a lot of people in the comments, double downing on the fact that, oh yes, this was terrible. He done this. He did that. He should face justice. All of this. Everyone's tearing him down. Cool. Like I said, it's social media. This should be expected. But how many people do you know, or I can guarantee that half the people you know with driving licenses that actively drive on the road have driven under the influence or have sped. I just think these are certain things that people do without thinking. Now let this be an opportunity for us to think. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think that all of us can start pointing fingers, because this is something that most people with driving license, or at least half the people in this whole country, forget the people in the comments, with driving licenses have either driven under the influence before. Yeah, I don't know what of, but of something. Mostly alcohol would be a typical thing. Sometimes you can't even gauge how much you've been drinking, so it's better to just not drink and get an Uber or whatever. Let's be honest with ourselves, please. Let's stop fronting for the internet. Yeah, and then if you haven't done that, you're not a drinker, or you don't take any drugs or anything like that, I can guarantee that you've been speeding before, you've sped before, you've driven over the speed limit before. Come on, obviously, the speed he was going is crazy. But what I'm saying is, you might have gone on the road and you might have driven fast at a speed that you're not meant to. Yeah, this situation can happen to any of you lot that have done these things. The difference is he failed to stop. My point being is that it obviously should be a lesson. But then my next point, all right, is that this is social media. So even though I'm saying that there's a lot of hypocrites out there, this is expected. We live in 2025. People are going to discuss it. So to answer the people that are talking about all the content creators and even the guy that went to the court rage, I feel like Why does that even have to be a discussion? Of course, this is 2025. Most of us are online now to find out information and maybe comment on it, or maybe even get our cameras up and do a video. This is normal. Listen, anyone who don't like this, please just be advised now that most of the things you do, any messed up thing you do, yeah, especially if you're a public figure, is going on the internet and you are going to be talked about. And you may not even, before it was just comments. Yeah. You might just, I don't know, it might be a Twitter headline or whatever, and then people in the comments talk. Now people are making videos. The videos are the new comments. I think it's due to TikTok, because I think for some reason on TikTok people got comfortable with talking more. I don't know what it is about TikTok that made people feel more comfortable to show up as their authentic selves and start talking. Everyone's talking. So this is normal. It don't matter how high profile a case is. It don't matter how terrible a case is. People are going to be insensitive and people are going to talk. People are going to talk and they're just going to say the wrong thing. And you'll turn around and say everyone's trying to profit, monetization, get clicks. Yes, I don't know why people, like, as humans, yeah, we need to just be honest with ourselves. Like, fam, blame capitalism. Blame capitalism, yeah? Why people will see something that's a shocking news, no matter how insensitive it may seem. And people will say, okay, this is my opportunity, yeah, to share and to get clicks. Yes, okay? Listen, the whole system is a joke. I'm not just talking about the content creation system. I'm talking about how the world is. Everyone wants to profit. That's why there's stupid rubbish going on in the world. That's why there's wars. That's why there's innocent people dying. Everyone is trying to profit. And people don't really, like, as humans, we like to think we care. There'll be that little thing of, oh, I feel bad. This is wrong because this. Oh, condolences to all of these things. All this language is nice, but the reality is, it's still for the attention, and part of the attention is to profit. Let's be honest, and it's not anyone human's fault. I'll be honest. It's capitalism. Everyone is trying to make something of themselves. The economy is messed up. Like right now, one job ain't doing it. A lot of people have gone down the route of content creation, of social media. Like, this is the reality of the situation. Let's all stop hiding behind bullshit or trying to make out that we're all holier than thou. Yeah, because everyone in a way is selfish. Or maybe not selfish because maybe you were trying to feed your family or whatever. But the truth is, news, no matter how bad it is or insensitive it looks, it will be covered. I'll be real. When I saw the guy, Rage, big up Rage, go to the court case, do you know what the first thing I thought was? First thing I thought was, how? I didn't know that you could just go to a court case just like that. I may be wrong. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But can you just walk into a court case just like that? Like, you could just view it. I didn't know that. So please excuse my ignorance. Okay. And then the second thought I had was, wow, he's smart. That makes sense as someone growing their YouTube channel, because number one, he's got the information that everyone wants. He's getting it live and direct, right? And two, he also did a thing where he said part three, he'll say the rest of the story in part three. Obviously, subscribers get people coming back. I looked at that from another content creator and a marketer. I looked at that like, okay, that's smart moves. But why should I even look at it like that? Like, do you know what I mean? Another thing I did think was, right, so, because obviously, if anyone can walk, especially if someone like Ghetts, you walk into that courtroom, you'll get a lot of sensitive information. So to me, I was a bit baffled by that. But anyway, what my point is that even me, I looked at that and saw it on the business level rather than really considering all parties and families involved. Do you get what I'm saying? So I say all that to say that on that side of things, right, people need to get over it. 2025, content creators are going to create. And that's what it is. If you don't like it, stay out of trouble. Stay out of the news. Stay out of it. But it's going to happen, and you can't judge a person for trying to profit off of any story because this is the climate we're in. And when all you people that are at the top that have done it before and you've made your money and you're on interviews talking about how great it is that you get to do what you're doing and life is changed for you and you've blown up, what do you expect? People are going to follow through. Right now, the creator economy looks healthy. I don't know if it really is, but with the way people talk, so of course you're gonna get a bunch of content creators right behind you trying to find the next big story to cover. It just is what it is. That's one. The other side that people are talking about is that people are not. There's certain people that are biased to Ghetts, and now people are using the industry. The industry support Ghetts, and they're trying to cover up, and they're doing all these things, and you know what I'm saying they should hold him accountable. What he done was messed up. Facts. What he done was messed up. But let's be honest here. Come on. If, some people use an example of, if it was a member of your family member, if it was a member of your family that died, you wouldn't hold the same feelings. Of course. But on the other side too, if it was a member a member of your family that did what Gets did, right? So are you not gonna judge them as harshly as someone that don't know him? No, or her. You're not going to judge your own family member to that degree. You may admit that they did something messed up, but there's still going to be that love in your heart or that feeling that you feel that thought of feeling sorry for them. And that's just what's going on. Some people are biased. Yeah, they're not holding Gets accountable, but at the same time, they probably either have a relationship with him, know him, or have known him in the past, or just fans of him. And that can exist too. Like, listen, two things could be right at the same time. Someone could be a piece of shit, messed up, yeah, a criminal. But then that person could also have loved ones or people that care for them. Like, why do we act like this ain't normal? And then why is it now turned into men versus women? Because a girl has come out and has kind of, in a way, subconsciously backed him. And then now all of a sudden, people are so angry because she's done that and they're ready to get at her. And it's just funny that, I don't know, man. It's just funny that from what I know, there's two girls that have made a popular post about the Ghetts thing, and they've kind of been on the side of leave Ghetts alone. And then there's been a bag of man that's like, yo, these girls are mad. We need to get rid of them, cancel them, all this. They're not holding them accountable. And I'm like, okay, cool, but two things could be true. There could be people that care for him. I don't agree with the content creator thing. Like when people get out content creators for covering it, I just feel like this is 2025. If you're still complaining about that, you just need to leave the internet then. But what I will say is that everyone's entitled to their own opinion about the case. Everyone, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's gonna have different feelings. I just think it's a shit situation all around, and I think it can happen to anyone because even though he messed up and he failed to stop and he was moving mad in the level of speed, everything was totally wrong. But I just think that you'll be surprised that some of the things we all do as humans and we don't know how bad it truly is. Like when you're getting behind the wheel and maybe you're drunk or you're high and then you're not focusing on the road and whatever. In a split second, something could happen and change your whole life. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I know of so many cases of, and I know that a lot of people have also driven under the influence, and they may have made it home. But does that make them better than my man? Because obviously the second test was, should I be an honest man and stop? There are a lot of people that ain't gonna be honest. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not caping for no one. I'm not, wrong is wrong. But I'm just saying that a lot of us are out here judging the situation. A lot of us are fighting amongst each other. By the end of the day, opinions are all valid. Social media is a forum for everyone to talk, to discuss. But let's not like get so um invested in something to the point where we're now completely fighting each other, and you know what I'm saying, and like it's getting disrespectful. For what reason? This don't have to be a zoo. Do you know what I mean? It don't have to be a zoo. People can have their opinion, and you can accept that not everyone's going to agree with you. If you all agreed and had the same mindset, yeah, the world would be a shit place. We need different dynamics. We need people that are going to hold people accountable and that are not going to take shit. And you also need people that are going to still show love, even though someone has done something really shit. Because sometimes, why do people do bad things? You know the saying, hurt people hurt people. Sometimes things are based on the trauma response. So it's good to still show a bit of care to people that have really fucked up, but while still holding them accountable. That's why the balance of different opinions is actually good. Because it's like, okay, you got people that are going to get at you and let you know that you're fucked up for what you've done is very wrong. But then you've got the other people that are going to be like, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. Man's taking a beating. There may be context to the situation. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's what's better for. That's what's good for humanity. It's like raising a child when they say like the mom's the nurturer and then the father's the authority disciplinary figure. It works well together because there's a balance in the care that the child will have. So just like an adult, how do we not know he don't feel so shit about the situation now? How do we not know when he sobered up he weren't like, oh fuck, what did I do? Do you know what I'm saying? Because even the information that came after the fact, yeah, yes, he might have been forced, like, he might have come home and thought, you know what, I'm going to hide my car, I'm going to do this, I'm going to deny it all the way. But then the moment he sobered up, he might have felt so bad, but now he's in a predicament. People can only talk if they've been in this situation. Because I know a lot of people say, well, he should have taken a plea then. He should have then, he had a chance, he could go guilty or whatever. It's easier to say it when you're not the one going through it. A lot of people have good morals and they would have definitely stopped, and all of this is all good to say it. But I also do know that sometimes when you're in situations, you act on impulse, you make wrong decisions, and then it gets worse. It happens. So yeah, man, just food for thought. Welcome to the court of social media, the magistrates. Beware, you will be judged on socials. So if you don't like that, yeah, come off socials and just behave well in life now, because it's no longer just a courtroom. It's the internet that will, you know, judge you. Anyway, guys, peace out.